Welcome, Virgo, to your love reading for December of 2018. So let's check into, let's see, Sagittarius would that be the sun of Sagittarius? So Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, is that fourth house? So your fourth house for Virgo. So that does activate the home and family, being around your partner, love interest at times. You'll notice a lot of people either in your home vicinity around you and wanting to kind of either stay the night, bring food over, whatever it might be. I feel like that's a good energy though. But the home environment, big changes, big moves could be in the forefront of your mind, or a source of a big topic between you and your love interest. All right, so let's see, energy for Virgo for, let's see, December 2018. So let's get into a theme, see what might come up for Virgo. So the Eight of Cups is showing up. So it's like moving away from home, moving away from somebody, but maybe being disappointed by the fact that there was an emotional letdown by you and someone else. So kind of walking away from somebody. So when that's happening, that means that you might be walking into next year, maybe looking for something new or looking for a new perspective on something that didn't work out. So what other energies might come through for Virgo for December 2018? Yep, starting over, starting fresh. I believe Gemini had this as well. You could be taking a leap with them, but often this is like being solo, starting over, getting away from certain people. Sometimes where if you held on to a certain identity, one that didn't really serve you, and it kind of held you back into a situation that was not really benefiting you or the other person for that matter, it was good to let go. And I feel like that might be happening for a lot of you. So let's see one more card for Virgo. Not the last one, just one more for Virgo for December 2018. Yeah, the Queen of Swords shows up. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You do have Aries. You could be moving on from both of these people. You could just depends on maybe two people, but it's also often the energy of kind of letting someone go and kind of saying, hey, that's it, that's that, and not being emotionally attached to what you have done, because being attached to it emotionally has brought you that disappointment. And I feel like where the Queen of Swords is, that's like you're communicating what needs to be said, asking questions or vice versa, and kind of answering them based on what's been asked and what you need to say, and not more than that, not saying or expressing yourself in a lovey-dovey kind of way, because it doesn't call for that right now. And that's important because that's how decisions come through, where you logically kind of think about what you have gone through, what needs to change. If the person is making changes that they really need to, that's going to be beneficial for the connection. That's going to help out with decisions. So I feel like decision making is a big part of what's going on, and you've been through enough to come to certain conclusions about this connection. What might be the person that you're dealing with, might they be bringing towards you? So we have the Hierophant. The person that you're dealing with, for some of you, they may have been reluctant to make a change. So they may say, hey, I want to stay where I am and I'm not really wanting to commit. So I feel like you have to just kind of do what you need to do. So some of you may have disconnected from that particular person. They may have very well wanted commitment from you, but maybe some of you either wasn't ready or they weren't ready because of marriage. Clear by the Hierophant from Virgo. And we have the Page of Cups. That's the energy of committing, wanting to be around you. Now, sometimes this is like wanting to maybe party, socialize, be friends, wanting to commit, but some of you might not be ready, because you could be moving on from either two people that you've been talking to, or moving on from someone that you need to disconnect from for some time now. But that person seems to be trying to offer you some kind of commitment. Let's see, what else might that person be bringing towards you, whoever you might be dealing with. So that person seems to want to make changes, but I feel like some of you might not trust that they are making changes, or that they want to do something over, they want to turn a new leaf, that they want to focus on obligations and do things by the book, do things in the right way. Maybe you feel like they've been doing things behind your back, or they have not been that honest. Now, Taurus, you have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, then you have Aries showing up again. It just depends here, but I feel like these are older people, some of you that might be dealing with people in your connection, in your relationship, your beliefs and how your father or family, friends, how they might feel about a certain connection. And I feel like that person wants to make some changes though, whether it's going to school, whether it's their fitness, making changes in their daily routine. And until they make some changes, I feel like a lot of you are kind of saying, hey, this is what has to happen or else I'm gone, kind of thing. Somebody could have told you that too. Let's see, what might your response be for Virgo? It seems like you're not wanting it. All right, you either don't want it or you're not ready. For some of you out there, it's like even if you have to move on from somebody because they're in a marriage or relationship or something, it's like you don't want that to be the case. You don't want that to be a reality right now. Some of you may be a bit stubborn when it comes to that person. You could be having that's interesting. You could have a few different partners that's trying to connect with you, and you might be interested in two or one, but the other one, you know for sure that it's not happening. And the fact that you might be with someone and you have a child, and the person that you want to connect to, they just don't like you talking to whoever you might be around or dealing with, maybe as an ex-partner or someone that you currently live with. It just depends there, but I feel like there's something that's you're reluctant to open up to somebody. What might be the advice for the Virgo for December 2018? And then we have the Knight of Swords. Often the Knight of Swords is an energy that's like getting ready for battle, because they're already equipped with enough knowledge or the things that they might want to say. But it tells you, if you feel like you want to express yourself or communicate, that's the energy of doing so. I feel with Mars is in Pisces, then you have Neptune in Pisces, and these are activating energies in your opposite sign. And that's also an energy of being confused a bit. And when Neptune is direct though, it is bringing about more clarity too, because it was retrograde, which sometimes it just depends on how it might affect you with other surrounding planets though. But I feel that things might be coming a bit clearer on what you need to do and things that what changes you might need to make when it comes to another person or scenarios. So I feel like you might be communicating a lot, you might be expressing yourself a bit more, and a lot of communication might be trying to come in from a particular person. But it often tells you to, communicate, to talk about what you need to. But if you feel like your defenses are kind of shut down, don't give in to that, because I feel like you need to be strong and stand up for what you feel when it comes to this connection. All right. What might your fears be for your partner or love interest? What might their fears be? Justice. Now for some of you, if you did somebody wrong, somebody did you wrong, they might feel that they're going to reap what they've sown, or consequences might show up when the justice is showing up there. One more card. What might be their fears, your partner, love interest? Yeah, they might see the Page of Wands is in reverse. Some of you have had an experience with somebody where there was a loss of a child or something that didn't go right, and I feel like that person may have issues there with a child, with the birth of something, with the birth of a child. So sometimes these could be sexual things that they might be trying to change, and often this can indicate that they are working through their own insecurities and doubts first. All right, so they might be having an issue with figuring out whether or not it's going to work out. Are they going to be able to fix these things, to be strong enough in order to make the changes so that you both can come together? So I feel like whether you know it or not, they may be very insecure and doubtful with themselves right now. All right, and could be hiding that from you. Now we have two children showing up. Definitely children might be involved for some of you, and maybe they want to make sure that their child is taken care of. And what might your fears be, Virgo? Oh, we have a lot coming through. So So we have the King of Pentacles, Judgment in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and then the Hangman. Often these are energies of some of you may be with somebody. This could be your energy too, of trying to focus on a better home, a better marriage or relationship, but you're waiting for the right time because the Pentacles are showing up when they're dominating. That means that you have worries surrounding money issues, things not going right, and you're taking time to take a step back to see if your partner or love interest or you can manifest these changes in your life, and if the person that you're dealing with, if they're suitable enough for the connection, are they going to be able to maintain a steady income and not drop the ball all the time. So making changes, as I was mentioned before, and that might be some of your connections, some on your part. So there may be a marriage that some of you need to move on from, but you're taking time to try to figure that out, I feel. But to me, the story that it looks like, that's what it seems like. It's like somebody wants to offer you commitment, but it's almost like you're shutting them down, and until they make changes, until you feel like it's the right thing to do, you're not going to do it just yet. All right, so that's your reading for the month of December. I hope the messages did help out. Tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best. And you can always go to the website, psychicloveheals.com, to schedule something personally for you. I do appreciate all the views, likes, shares, and always come to the channel. And you are appreciated. Much love and enjoy.